Welcome to the Color Room Chat. I'm Kassidy. I'm a stylist at Salon 210.
And I'm Reese. I'm co-owner of Salon 210, founder of Glow and Grow, and we are just excited to be here.
We're back, you guys. This is going to be such a fun episode.
Yeah.
Diving into what we've been up to recently.
And you guys, we just got back, like literally, we have been so busy. We just got back from Mason's wedding. And so I feel like today we should really debrief on what just happened.
We need a full debrief because, for me, that was one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to experience in my career. And I'm like on a high from it still.
I'm on such a high, and I feel like we still have not slept from this wedding and the work travel of it all. It was a wild ride, but it was the most incredible experience I've ever had in my life, I will say.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful, and I'm still just on a buzz from it. We jumped right back into work after, and I love when we go on work trips because then I feel like I come back to work and I jump right in and I feel so inspired and creative. And I feel like when I was in that element at Mason's wedding, it just brought so much creativity to me.
It truly did. And you guys, she is the sweetest human I have ever met. Like, truly the sweetest human you will ever meet. And she is such a huge deal. She is truly an icon in our generation. She is someone that is going to be remembered for forever because she brings who she is a true, like, a top influencer. And she brings the fashion and the trends to us. And it's something like this whole outfit was inspired by Mason, pretty much. And so if you go on Pinterest, if you scroll Instagram, if you scroll TikTok, if you even Google like blowout hair
It's all Mason.
It's all Mason. She is our inspo for this generation. So to be the hairstylist for her wedding was such an honor and something like I do not take light. I'm so thankful and grateful for every single client that has supported me through the years. She flies back just to get her hair done, still to this day with me. And it's something that I don't take for granted. So to be at this wedding, be together at this wedding, and do it together was something that I wasn't even nervous. I just had butterflies the whole entire trip and was on such a high from it. It was incredible.
It's such a cool feeling, too, when you've had a loyal client of yours for so long. And I feel like Mason has seen the salon grow from, a 6-chair salon to what it is now. And then you've watched her grow her career, too. Yeah. And then you were at her wedding. Like, that is I feel like a surreal feeling.
It really is. And you guys, this wedding, like everyone's like, what's the tea? She hasn't posted yet. She still has not posted. Well, last night she did post her rehearsal dinner, which was incredible. Like her dress, everything about her is perfection. She is perfection. And so that's why I was like, we need a whole podcast to debrief what just happened to us in our lives, because this is something that is going to change our careers forever. No, and I think it's really cool to like show that side of it and the behind the scenes.
Yeah, absolutely. I fully agree. I just feel like I've realized too, you never know where your career is going to take you or like the connections you make with your clients and where it might go.
Yeah. I will say, like, Kassidy almost left with a boyfriend from this wedding. Like,
I wish. Wouldn't that have been a story?
That would have been a great story, and people did try. We did end up having to leave. We had such a long day, and like when you're working, like you don't want to overstay at these things. I will say, like, that's a number one tip. If your client who is now your friend, but still a client, you want to be professional and you don't want to overstay. You don't want to get drunk.
No.
You don't want to overstay your welcome. And you want to keep it professional. So
you want to go and support, experience it, keep it professional.
Keep it professional. We are still working if she needed any touch-ups. But, of course, truly, like Mason is perfect. So casual and perfect. She didn't need one. You guys, we didn't do one wedding touch-up. Not one. No
Everything
second look.
It was just perfect.
It was beautiful. And so we left like around 9:30. And it was a good timing because people were trying to set Kassidy up with their brothers and cousins and sisters. And no, I'm kidding.
And I said, this is my cue to leave.
It was so great. It was the cutest thing ever. I was like, well, gosh, I wish Bondi. I would never to Bondi, but I was like, this would be a perfect like single girl setup. The wedding was so romantic, candlelit, chandeliers everywhere.
It looked straight out of Pinterest.
Truly.
Like, she has such an eye for detail, design, fashion, like truly.
I wish, like, you weren't allowed to take photos or videos, so we don't really have anything. We snuck a few. Mason, we love you. We snuck a few.
Yes.
But we cannot wait. It will be in Vogue, and so it should be coming out hopefully by next week. And I can't wait for the world to see it.
Yes, this is something I feel like everyone does need to see, just how beautiful it was. And she's just so good at matching her vibe and her aesthetic. And she truly is just the most beautiful human inside and out. Like, she deserves it all.
Truly, like, I feel like she is like the Kardashians and how they treat their makeup artists and their hairstylists. She is just like that, you guys. She treated us like royalty. She was so kind to us, whatever we needed. She put a present on my doorstep the day
She
after
was
the wedding.
so grateful and thankful and just thanked us a million times. And also, she was just such a chill and zened out bride, too. I feel like when you're having a wedding to that caliber, and with the hype of it being in magazines and with her career, you would think that she would be so wanting everything to be perfect. And she just was so zened out and just happy and really lived in the moment and was so present. And I really admired that. She was just happy to be there, I feel like. And all the details turned out perfect.
It was incredible. Like, don't you think for your career, how do you feel like, do you feel like it was worth every minute of the stress and the chaos leading up to it?
Absolutely. Like, it definitely got me, one, outside of my comfort zone, which I always like because I feel like that's how I grow. And two, I was just grateful to be a part of it because I never thought in a million years, like, this is something I'd be able to be a part of, like getting, to go to Florida 38 to do someone to that caliber's wedding. And, like, you bringing me a part of it, I just am so grateful. Like, I never thought that I would get to do that. And so it was definitely worth all of the planning and the stress of it.
Yeah.
But it didn't even end up being stressful because
It was so chill.
Yeah.
It was so laid back, and that's what I think was incredible. I feel like we moved so fast that it was truly like the week before, and Kassidy looked at me and she's like, "We're doing this. Are we doing this?" And I was like, "Oh, we got to start planning this."
Yeah.
Week before, and like, but the hair was planned. We had the hair and the wedding party ready to go and everything we needed, but it was more like the logistics of us.
Yes, because, we're working full-time behind the chair and doing all of that, and then we're like, wait, next week we have this, like, huge, huge career moment that we get to be a part of. Like, we got to figure this out.
We got to zone in.
Yes.
Also made me realize I need a personal assistant if anyone wants to take that.
That you do.
That would be great.
Yeah, I can be your personal assistant, too.
That would be incredible. But that's what I love doing offsite weddings, and it was so fun. One, you cannot do offsite weddings by yourself. If you try to, please do not. Please bring support, bring your team members, because it is stressful if you don't have someone there with you.
And I actually do think it makes the clients and the wedding party feel way more comfortable when there's more hands on deck, because people always need touch-ups. There's always prep that needs to get done outside of just doing the hair. If people have extensions, just all the things. Like, you definitely need help, and I think the wedding party feels better when there's multiple hands on deck too.
And that's what you guys, so we did her rehearsal dinner, and then we did the wedding. But the rehearsal dinner was, so we teamed up with Lexi Hair, and their hair extensions are beautiful. But it took us, we were 2.5 hours, and we did an hour and a half of extension prep. And so her hair total took 2.5 hours to do.
And that's the things that people don't see, is the behind the scenes prep work. And what it takes to get the hair to look like that.
Yes, like I always get asked, like, can I just have one hairstylist for this offsite photo shoot or commercial or anything? And it's like, no, you need 2 hairstylists. It took me and Kassidy 2.5 hours on just Mason for the prep of the extensions, for her hair, for blowing her hair out, for curling her hair. We did everything together and still took 2.5 hours, which is, it's so worth it. It's so beautiful. It turned out insane. But
you can't miss a step or a detail, so it takes 2 people.
Yeah, I'm not here to sugarcoat.
Yeah, we're
definitely
not.
here to spill the tea.
This is the real and the raw of doing weddings as a hairstylist.
It is. And then so the next day, I think I spent 3 hours on just Mason.
Correct, because Reese took it in parts. I feel like, so you did like the full blow dry prep, setting it, the finishing. So it was very, very detailed, but her hair did not move. That girl looked like a Victoria's Secret supermodel blowout. It was insane.
It was insane until like midnight, I swear.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
It was like fully set in place. And I feel like that's one thing that I hear all the time. People are like, my hair is not going to stay all day. It will if you do not miss a step.
It's all about the detail. And I swear, you guys, like, you can't just jump into doing editorial hair or wedding hair. You have to really be highly, highly trained because there's secrets and there's details that you cannot miss. So for like Mason, we start prepping her. I want to say we started prepping her at like 9 a.m. And then I finished her at 12:31.
Yeah.
And she was, every little bit was like timed out and scheduled. I needed her hair to be blown out, and then I needed it curled and set for a certain amount of time. And then I needed it reset for a certain amount of time. And then I needed it rebrushed, fluffed 2 more times. Like, there is a schedule in my head and detail that I had to do while we did, I want to say we did 10 we did 10 bridesmaids.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. And I just still, whenever we were at the wedding, I looked at Reese, I'm like, I can't believe we did that and I'm here right now.
I know.
Like, I was just like, wow. Like, I can't believe we're doing this. It was so fun.
It was so fun, and that was such, when you said that, I was like, we finally, like, were zen and we were taking it all in. I was like, oh my gosh, you're right, Kassidy. I can't believe we're here right now.
Yeah. It was like really, really cool to be a part of. And I don't know, I feel like I learned a lot, and I feel like it was just so cool to be a part of. Like, I was so honored that you brought me.
Well, it was probably one of the biggest weddings I think I've ever done. Like this, I have not been featured in a magazine in a while, and so that's where I'm also really excited, is that this is your first feature, and it is truly career and life. It's life-changing. I don't even know how to explain it, and I'm just so excited to see this next step for you.
Thank you.
Like, that is something you only dream about.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm like, never thought that would even be on my radar. But like I said, that's with hair, you can do whatever you want to do. You can make this whatever you want, and you just never know where it's going to take you. So now I think it's like opened my eyes. I'm like, wow, this is endless.
It truly,
And it was a whole nother part of the industry that I haven't really like dove into that much. A little bit with you, but like mostly we work fully behind the chair. So it is really cool to think about, like, you never know what client is going to sit in your chair and like where that connection with that client could take you.
100%. And that's why I think it's so important to really like love on your clients. Never let your ego get the best of you. Never outgrow your clients, and stay in touch with them. Because when you love on your clients, like, that's one thing that a lot of like the ones that travel in and or live somewhere else, they're like, we're just so thankful because it's like a VIP service. Whatever they need, I'm always there for them to message, call. I try to give them a level of service that they never knew they needed, because I feel like when you are in that world of just like the Hollywood world almost, I would say, you need support on another level. Like, you need someone that's going to do 4 a.m. hair calls. You're going to need someone that's going to travel, that's going to go out of their way. I don't know. It's just, and now I get to take the family with me, and they get to have fun while we give that level of service. It's so cool.
That's a dream.
That's surreal.
Yeah. And they get to like watch you do it. I feel like that is so cool.
Yeah. I will say it's so funny because Kassidy was with me and my family the whole entire time, and we had the most magical like day. And
I loved it.
Then you come home to like 2 kids and running around and screaming.
I loved it. I was like, I can do this every day. Bring me on all your family vacations.
That's what it's like. Our life, it looks so glamorous, and we get to have these really beautiful moments and glamorous moments. And then I come home and I'm like, okay, who needs their butt wiped, who brushed their teeth?
You were in full mom mode, and I loved it.
Yeah, I'm like, everybody, get to bed. It's bedtime. What are you doing awake? But it's so fun to have like both worlds. Like, you get to live this glamorous life, and then you get to come home and be normal.
Yeah, that is what's cool about doing hair, is like you can have that balance, you know?
Yeah.
But it is what people don't see. Like, people aren't seeing that, you know, you brought your kids on your work trip, and it was like a huge part of your career, and it was beautiful and glamorous, but then also you're to be a mom too.
Yeah, I'm like, Cassidy, go run and get that little one.
Yes, I had so much fun. I'm like, I want
Cassidy's
to
a
come.
part of the
I want to
family.
come on all your family vacations now.
She's a part of the family now. And that's what I love. I love like growing relationships. And I think when you grow and water relationships, your career is endless.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm like, I want to go do another wedding now. I was like, that was so fun. Like, I feel so inspired.
Seriously, like it was editorial hair, but the most beautiful editorial hair.
Also, for me as a stylist, I think it also made me realize a lot of people, as we forget the styling part of it a lot, and to keep up with that, that is something that you have always done throughout your whole career. But I do feel like the new generation of hairstylists, a lot of people don't love styling these days. Like, they're afraid of doing weddings, and that is being a hairstylist.
Yes.
So now I think it's made me realize to really keep up with the trends and work on the styling part of it, because it's difficult, the technique behind it can be. So I think I realize like keeping up with that is so important, because if you do want to go and do a little bit of that in your career, like editorial weddings, like it's so important to stay on top of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of stylists, like newer stylists, they're losing that part of it. They just want to do a little curl and move on. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, so many stylists, I think, are afraid of doing weddings and styling.
It is truly one of my biggest pet peeves, because you need to know how to move and maneuver the hair and the hair cuticle. You can make any texture do whatever you want if you know what you're doing and the right products and the right techniques. So you want to always train. Like, to this day, I still train my techniques. I still practice. I still work on a mannequin head. I'll work on your girls, like the co-stylist. I work on their hair. Like, I love hair how-tos, but I also use those how-tos into, okay, I'm playing with this technique. Is this going to work out? Or do I need to change my technique, change what curling iron I'm using, change what product I'm using?
Keeping up with the trends, too, of styling.
Yes.
It's always changing. And I feel like, I mean, everyone that sat like that when we were doing their hair, they're like, well, what's even in? Like, is this half up even in right now?
Yes, and you have to know that's your job,
And also making
research.
everyone look different. Like, if everyone wants an updo or everyone wants a half up, they can't all look the same. You know what I mean?
They have to have a little something different.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so true.
Yeah, I feel like I learned that, like, when I was watching you. I'm like, yeah, if they all want similar styles, like, what can we do to make them all look different when they're standing up there?
Yeah, and that's what I think. Either you love to work with me as a co-stylist or you hate to work with me as a co-stylist, because
You're so OCD.
I'm so OCD. I'm like, if you think that hair is dry it for 10 more minutes. Like, little details like that. Like, you cannot put a curling iron on someone with damp hair, or like
not hold.
0.05% of water in the hair cuticle. It will collapse. It will not stay. And so I think that is so true, is that, yes, younger stylists, I challenge you to train your technique, to know how to style the hair other than a blow dry and a curl. Because it's beautiful. Hair and being a hairstylist is so beautiful and glamorous if you know how to style the hair.
Yeah, and just change your mindset on it. Like, I know it's intimidating having to learn how to do those things. I mean, I know for me, it was hard for me to learn, but get yourself outside of your comfort zone, because it's so fun. Because I'm like, now that I learned, I get opportunities like this.
It is so fun, and that, you won't
And
say
hopefully
no.
I'll get more like this.
You're going to get so many. You're going to have so many opportunities from this wedding. Same, but even any young stylist, if you're not at our salon, at any salon and anywhere that you are in the world, you're going to be offered opportunities, and you never want to say no.
No.
Or just say yes and fake it till you make it and go home and practice. I did that once.
You better. You better go home and
my
learn how to
God.
do a French twist.
Yes. There was one time 12 years ago, Michelle Buck asked me to come over and do a style for her, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'll be there at 3:30 in the morning, and I know exactly what I'm doing. I had to run and buy all the tools, all the products, and then I went home and practiced all night. I still could not figure out this wet style. I had no clue how to do a wet style. I've never done a wet style before, and burnt off the right side of my hair. I don't think it's still ever come back, truly. But figured it out, and it was amazing, beautiful. I wanted to throw up the whole entire day.
But you did it, and you got yourself outside your comfort zone, and that's how you grow. But I just feel like I hear so many people, they're like, no, I don't do weddings, or no, I don't do up styles. But, like, practice and challenge yourself.
It's
Never
so
say
important.
no to an opportunity, even if it's scary.
Yeah, never say no. That's so good. Oh, you guys, Mason's wedding was iconic. Side part. We did a side part. We did the big
It
blowout.
was everything.
We can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah, I just can't wait for her to post. Like, even getting a little glimpse last night, I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. I want to relive it.
Were you scared?
Yes. Oh my gosh, absolutely.
How'd you work past it? Because you showed, I didn't, I was like, she's going to no-show me.
I would never do that to you. I definitely was like, I actually will say, like, the week leading up, I kept being like, you could catch my vibe. I was like, I don't know about this. What did I just get myself into? And the funny thing is, I asked you for a full, I like invited myself on this.
I loved it.
Like, I hustled my way actually into this wedding.
Cassidy is a hustler.
She was not going to bring me. Like, that was not even what she thought of. But for a whole year, I hustled my way. And I said once a month, I said, I'm going to Mason's wedding.
Literally.
I said, you are going to bring me.
I thought it was just too much. Like, I don't like to put too much stress on you guys. And I knew
love to be stressed
April's
out.
busy. And I was like, it's busy season. You have your co-stylist, Emma. I don't want to add one more thing to your plate. We have the podcast.
But I was like, no.
and
I'm going.
anytime I walked away from Mason, she would be with Mason. Like, I can't wait for your wedding.
No,
you did. You're such a good hustler. I love that.
And I did it did I not do
So
it for a
good.
year?
For a
I
year.
started a year ago.
Yes.
And I put that bug in your ear. I was like, I'm coming to assist you. And you were like, no, I'm bringing one of my co-stylists. Like, you are busy. And I was like, no,
Yeah.
I want to hand you bobby pins because I want to watch how you do this wedding. Because I knew it was going to be, I would learn
Huge.
so much. So then though, last week, I was like, wait, what did I sign myself up for? I'm so nervous.
She's like,
But-
I'm not going. I was like, I know you're scared and I know it's scary, but you just got to go. Like, don't think about it. I'm literally forcing you. I'm pulling you. Now I'm dragging you.
Yeah, now I have no other option. I have to go.
And you did it. You came. You literally killed it. And I love being scared. I love that adrenaline rush. Like, I woke up on her wedding day and I was like, this is Christmas morning for me. Like, let's go.
You love a wedding. I feel like you get on such a high.
I get on such a high. It reminds me of like Fashion Week because you have like 20 minutes and you better bring your A game and they're probably not going to like it. You're probably going to have to redo one or two updos. You have to make the wedding party fall in love with you.
Yeah, and I like that part of it too. I think I actually work way better under pressure like that. So, and it pushes me outside my comfort zone. So I was so scared, and then I got there and I was like, wait, this is just fun. And now looking back on it, I'm just like, I'm so grateful, and I learned so much. Like, I took so much away from that. So I'm like, hopefully I'll get to do something like that again, and I'll just keep growing from there.
Yeah, you guys, and this wedding was probably like, I'm so proud that you showed up and came because it was a very intimidating wedding.
Yeah, oh my
Very.
gosh, yeah.
Like Mason's world, that her business that she grew is hair. So it had
Her
to
hair was
be
everything.
perfect.
And just like the professionalism that you have to have. I mean, really, any wedding, you should treat any wedding that way. But it was just so surreal, honestly.
We sat on the party side and table of the wedding, and that was really fun.
They were so much fun.
They were so much fun, and so that's what it was. Her parents' friends,
And we were so cool and lovely. Everyone was just so nice.
so nice and beautiful. You guys, all of her friends were not real. I swear, and
stunning.
they were teaching me how to be more like, just like walk like this and like speak slowly, and they were just so fabulous. I was like, I want to be
And
you.
so nice. They were
So
all
nice.
the nicest, beautiful, and just zen. Everyone was so zen.
Yes, it was very zen. It was not rushed. Everyone was calm, very relaxed. I think someone was able to take a little nap, a little siesta.
Yeah.
It was such a magical day. Her best friend did the wedding. It was
Amazing.
gorgeous. He's gorgeous. He's such a great human, just like
Yes.
Mason. And I just love her husband, Zach.
Aw, I know. I was like, their relationship is just so cute.
They're so sweet. He was such a gentleman, always such a gentleman. And they hosted us so well, you guys. So I will say, like, working with the right people makes such a huge difference for people who appreciate you and are thankful for you and treat the beauty industry with such grace. I love people like that.
Yeah. I could not agree more. I mean, it was just, I don't even know what else to say because I'm like, I just still am in awe that we did that. Like, truly.
Wedding
and I
of
just
the
can't
year.
wait for everyone else to see it.
Yes.
Like, everyone needs to see this wedding.
It was amazing. Thank you guys. That was a little recap we had to have because it's been a minute since we've been on here, but we've been busy.
So we were like, this is what we've been up to. Now we're going to be diving back in behind the chair all the spring. But Mason's wedding was iconic, so make sure you follow her and check it out.
It's coming next week. Fingers crossed. But thank you guys for listening. Please like, share our podcast because we do not pay for marketing, so any help is so appreciated. We love you guys.